for a third time talking to my dear friend Vera. Nice to see you again. Our first time in English.
Yes, with you.
Yeah. Before the interview, we talked about how talking in another language brings you as a human being into a different kind of flow. Is that what you experience also?
Yes, I really love learning English. I experience it as like tuning into a whole new culture, whole new, kind of people. And I think language is shows, the soul of a country, the soul of people. And English has 3 or 4 times more words than the Dutch language. So it is far more fine-tuned, I think, than Dutch. And when I see the Dutch people, there are a lot of Dutch people who say, "Oh, act normal. It is as it is." And I think you can describe feelings better in English. That's my expertise, so that's why I learned English.
Yeah. You've been to other countries than Netherlands to talk about this. Do people ask different questions than in different countries?
No, I'm just at the beginning, so I haven't given any lectures yet. I've scheduled some in France and in England. So I don't know yet, actually.
No.
But I noticed on my Facebook quotes and the amount of likes that in the Netherlands I can confront people more than in the English-speaking countries. Yes, it seems like they love to hear more a quote like "Everything will be okay.
Yeah.
We are one soul. It's all about love." You know, and from my point of view, it is all about love, and we are one soul. But if we act as we always did, nothing changes. Yeah. So sometimes you have to confront people to give them insights. So and the coin can flip to other kinds of behavior and other kinds of beliefs, and therefore other kind of life. Yes.
Mm-hmm. So why do we suffer, Vera?
Why do we suffer? That's a different question. I have to. Why do people suffer? People make if you walk through life and things happen, people think that things overcome them, and they don't know that they attracted things of life. So the things we attract in life are valuable lessons and give us valuable insights about the alignment with our true being. Whether it's positive or negative, it gives information. The way we feel about it gives information. But if people say it overcomes me and I'm a victim of, if you feel a victim, you suffer. Yeah. So the definition of suffering is you feel a victim of something outside of yourself.
Yeah. Something hurts me, something gets in the way of me.
Yes.
People oppose me, people stand in the way.
Yes. So that's duality.
Yeah.
It's divided from the inside of everything is one, and I'm the center of my life, and I send out energy and I attract energy. So that's why this path is so important to understand, that on different levels there's just oneness, and duality is also oneness, because duality is me and my projections.
Yeah.
And my projection is also me, so that's also one. So if you are a victim, you suffer, and you are a victim only if you are divided from yourself and you think there's something else that's hurting you, whether it's a person or a circumstance.
Yeah. So let's say my neighbor always at 6 o'clock in the morning starts drilling holes into the wall.
Yes.
I can feel victimized because I wanted to sleep until 10, and at 6 I'm sitting up in my bed because of that lousy neighbor who...
Yes. And if you're not careful, you're going to think, oh, the neighbor is doing it on purpose to nag me.
Yeah, that's the first thing that comes to mind.
Yes.
Think that stupid neighbor again. He knows I wanted to sleep until 10, and now he starts drilling holes again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So then you make it personal, and you are more divided from yourself when you make things personal.
Yeah.
A me or a day or...
Is there anything personal that happens?
Then I have to first explain 3 levels of ourselves. On the personal level, yes, of course, things are personal. But also not. We walk through life as a person, as a human being. That's how consciousness, how we as consciousness explore things in this reality as a human being.
Mm-hmm.
So we are the same consciousness as a cat or a tree,
Mm-hmm.
but in our case, consciousness shows itself as a human being.
Mm-hmm.
So on this level, this physical level, we are personal. And there's a me personal person Vera, and there's a person Patrick. Okay? So of course, on this level, there are things personal. But we are the midpoint of our personal life. So if we are looking through our perspective, I see Patrick in a purple sweater, and I can describe you as a certain human being,
Mm-hmm.
but someone else would describe you very different because they look through different glasses. So,
Mm-hmm.
you become personal because I look through a personal glass.
You make a person out of me.
Yes. And I can only perceive you on a personal level,
Mm-hmm.
but how I perceive you says more about me than about you.
Yeah.
So everything I see in this physical world is very personal because of my personal glasses. Okay? So on the second level, we can call it soul level. That's more the non-physical level. We have a different way of looking through things.
Mm-hmm.
And it's more energetically. The non-physical self is energetically. On this level, we are all connected to each other. So on this level, we are connected. So, and it's not conscious from your personal level, but intuitively.
Yeah.
When I changed, the other changes, and my circumstances changes. It's very intuitive level.
Yeah.
And on a third level, and actually it's the other way around because the physical level is the last level. We are really one soul, one consciousness. So there's nothing divided anymore, nothing personal anymore, nothing me soul, your soul. There's just one consciousness, one potential energy that is put into form.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So on that level, nothing is personal.
No.
Nothing.
And maybe the mistake is that when I hear of Advaita, non-duality,
Yes.
I forget about the first and the second level.
Yes.
I automatically go to the third level and think, well, that's relaxed.
Exactly.
Everything happens according to the cosmic plan. Everybody is one. No dividing. What's the problem with that? With skipping the first 2 levels?
Well, let's first not tune into the problem because that's a very beautiful state of being. So if you awake, spiritual awaken, you get the insight of, wow, we are one consciousness, I am that consciousness, and I can breathe out and relax.
Yeah, it's very relaxing.
It is, there's no have to anymore. There's nothing wrong. Everything is okay. So it's a state of non-focus, a relaxing state of non-focus.
Mm-hmm.
And in this state of non-focus, we are connected to the overall consciousness,
Mm-hmm.
and we are being inspired through this field of knowing. But as we are human beings with a physical body and here to live a physical life and here to express ourselves as human beings, as consciousness, with the help of our human tools human consciousness and human belief system. We want to manifest things. In this reality we live in, things want to become material. That is, this reality, this three-dimensional reality, he wants to be, things become physical, material. So we need to go out of non-focus and go into focus, and our minds help us with that, and we make things material. So if you would stay in a state of non-focus, you don't attract money anymore, and your life says, well, you don't want to eat anymore, and you know. Like
Ramana Maharshi, when he was 12 years old, he just lay on the floor, bugs started eating at his feet, and he had to come back into...
You have to come back.
Yeah.
You have to come back. Your body really is going to vegetate if you're staying in that focus, because the body resonates between a frequency of 100 and 500 hertz. So it needs to be fed also with this kind of hertz.
Yeah. A question in Advaita that always inspires me and always keeps me going, doing these interviews and stuff is, am I the doer of the things that are being done? Or are things just happening through me?
Yes, that depends on from what layer do you ask this question. So if someone sits in front of me and asks this question and is really very identified with all his stories and his human body, then I would say you are not the doer. If someone really knows, I'm not a person, I'm consciousness in self, and I say, yes, you are the doer.
So it's kind of like a tool, or...
It is you, everything is you. So it depends on from what state you are asking this question. The person itself is not a doer. But it is very important because on the personal level there is the belief system. And you as a soul, the second level, cannot go around this tool. Because we need a belief system to manifest. So soul can only go through the manifested system, the belief system. So you as a person is very important, because on a personal level we make things mine. So we make the thoughts come by and we pick the thoughts, we believe they are true for me. And that's how a belief is being formed. And this belief is needed to manifest. Whether if it's a good belief or a bad belief, for what you want to express yourself in as soul, is reflected in the emotions. So if you meet something in the outer world, and your emotions contract, they're giving you information whether if what you believed of this situation is aligned with who you really are. And who you really are, I will define myself again. Consciousness itself, the source itself, it doesn't matter for the source whether you go left or right, it doesn't matter. But the your first steps into this world was as a soul, as a non-physical body, and this body has a certain sound, a certain feeling, a certain vibration. Yes, a very unique vibration. So, for example, if the essence of someone, of this non-physical body, is like a calming tree, it doesn't matter whether he does the dishes or he works as an assistant or whatever. His energy relaxes you. So he wants to express himself, of her or herself, let me say it's a him, as loyal to the essence that he is. So on a personal level, it would be good if he does something like, well, maybe being a coach, a trauma coach or something. So the client can come to rest. That would be a nice fit, okay? So if this person thinks he needs money and he's going to be a day trader or something, then his emotions would tell him, "Oh, this is crazy. Oh, this is not for me." You know?
Yeah.
So that's what emotions do. They tell you whether if what you are doing or thinking about what you're doing
is the right path.
Yes.
Yeah. So they're not the enemy, emotions.
Emotions are not the enemy. No. At this moment, I'm writing an encyclopedia of emotions. And it's very nice to do. I'm describing 300 emotions in Dutch. I think there are more in English. And what they are telling you. And I was very busy with it. And then one morning I woke up and I got insight in the entire image, in the entire... Everything was certainly very clear. And even the worst emotions are giving us a positive message. So, and there are a lot of emotions are combinations of basic emotions. So, if now I have an emotion, I know exactly what I, on a deeper level, are telling me on a personal level. And it is very interesting. So interesting.
And does it matter how often an emotion comes back? Or is one time enough?
Depending on how awake you are and if you want to listen. So emotions come back to say to you, you haven't seen me yet, you haven't seen me yet. So wake up,
yeah.
You have to listen to me, I'm telling you again. And your emotional system is very patient. It will tell you it 30 times if needed. So it comes back, yes, you haven't heard the message yet. Yeah.
And let's say I never listen to my emotions. Could it go to a further level? Can the body get very tense, or what's the next step?
Yes, of course. I think a lot of men, well, in the Netherlands, they have in this period you may feel as a man, but I think there are a lot of countries men aren't allowed to feel. And so if you ignore your emotions, yes, you get physical problems, diseases.
Cancer, maybe?
Yes, maybe cancer.
Yeah.
Depending on what kind of emotion it is.
And
so if you don't listen, you have to feel.
You're talking about feeling. I think men are always good in expressing their emotions.
Not good, yeah.
Men. That's when I look at my own life. I never feel, and then it gets too much, and then I start smashing with doors or throwing things around, and then everything comes out at once or something like that.
Yes.
And someone told me that, well, that's not feeling, that's just expressing the emotion. What's the difference between feeling and...
The difference is that mind knows just two ways of dealing with emotions. Either we suppress it or we act it out.
Yeah.
So, hearing your story, you first suppress it.
Yeah, for a long time.
Until it's too difficult to suppress it, or something triggers you and then you act it out. Both ways of dealing with it is fleeing from really feeling. It is not wanting to deal with it. So there's a third way, and that is knowing you are consciousness itself, knowing that you are the observer and not the victim of an emotion, and just observe how this emotion, as an energy flows through your system. And that, if you try that sometimes, you notice that an energy, an emotion is just an energy, just a flow of energy. So it starts and it ends. It comes by and it goes away again. So if you are willing to feel and to observe the feeling, not to become the feeling, but observe the feeling, it is really just a stream through you. But, as I said earlier, you can also look at why this emotion was coming, because an emotion is almost always coming after believing something. So if you have an emotion, you know, I believed something. So the emotion, I transform the emotion by willing to feel it, and I look through the story I believed earlier.
Yeah.
And then you investigate this belief. Is it really true?
Yeah.
Apparently not, because my emotion is contracting.
So let's say I think my girlfriend went out sleeping with some other guy this weekend when she was away. When I think about it, I get this knot in my stomach. It feels like someone punched me in the belly. I don't know for sure if she cheated on me. Mm-hmm. What is the right way to deal with a thought like that, with an emotion like that?
First of all, know that it is your emotion and not hers. Mm-hmm. So I can imagine that someone in this circumstance want to take revenge, want to know the truth, and acting it and play the drama with her. So keep it to yourself and just investigate, what was it? What kind of knot was it? Was it a jealousy knot? Was it anger? Was it sadness?
Yeah,
what
fear.
Kind of emotion? Fear?
Yeah, fear of losing her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. So fear is always telling you that you put something outside of yourself. So fear only comes up if you are looking from a divided glass. So if you lay things outside of yourself. Mm-hmm. So there's a belief that she is in some way important for your existence.
Yeah, she completes me.
Yes.
I need her.
You think that she completes you.
Yeah.
You think you need her. Okay?
Yeah, it's not the case.
That's not the case?
But, well, I'm asking, that's most love relations. You think you need each other.
Yes. So, what I find the beautiful side of Advaita Vedanta is, and that is certainly true, that in fact you don't need anybody because you are love itself. You are complete from that perspective. But as a person, you can need some completion because the personal isn't all rounded. Okay, so but you have to, if you know how creation works, you know that you send out what is needed, because the normal way of energy is it wants to be in harmony. Mm-hmm. So there's a lack of something in your life, not that you think there's a lack, but there's really a lack of something. I, for example, are very enthusiastic, butterfly kind of energy, so I need someone who is very down to earth and calm. So, and I can attract a man for that, but I can also attract a dog for that. Or I can also acknowledge that I need to go to the forest more often. Yeah. You know? It is just your mind that says, I need her. Specifically her. So you made it personal. What you need always comes into your life, and you have to trust that. You have to know for sure that that's the case. And if these circumstances are in your life, maybe she doesn't fit 100% anymore for the purpose that she came into your life.
Yeah. So that's why love relations are not meant to last forever.
No. Love relations are functional. Functional for your needs at this present moment. So there is a prince on a white horse, but only just for now. Yeah. And how long he will be in your life, or she, depends on if you grow together, on what core need he or she comes into your life, what functions she has. Yeah.
So emotions can be labeled from now on as our friend.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a feedback system. It gives you information.
Yeah, little helpers.
Yes.
Yeah. Other things we as people experience is stress.
Yes.
Why am I stressed?
stress. That also needs to look closer. What kind of stress? Are you in haste, or do you feel overloaded? There's all kinds of stress. So we want to be more specific in the kind of stress.
Yeah.
So we have stress out of fear because we think we have to do something and think we are not up to that. Then fear again tells us we are placing something outside of ourselves. But if we, for example, are overloaded, we feel resentment towards work or towards our boss.
Yeah.
And resentment always is telling us about, look carefully about your boundaries. Where are your boundaries? Did you cross them? Did you? So it's the moment you feel resentment, that's your border. So you
someone crossed it, or maybe you crossed it.
Yes, always yourself.
Always
you
yourself.
let someone cross your border.
Okay, yeah.
You don't cross.
Yeah.
Someone else don't cross it. You let them.
Yeah.
So there are two different ways of becoming stressed: out of fear or out of resentment.
Yeah.
And that's very important. So
first distinguish
whether it's fear or resentment.
Yeah.
Yes.
And after that, I know it's resentment.
Yes.
I have to start putting boundaries.
Let me tell you first about the phases of changing. So the first phase is we don't even know there's something inside of us that is. It's not on the surface yet. It has not come to the surface yet. Then there's a confrontation in the outside world. And we are going to recognize that we are a bit stressed. Okay? So then we are going to investigate it. For example, by exploring this emotion. Okay, yes, I felt boundaries, but I didn't. I ignored them.
Yeah.
Okay? So we are going to investigate it, and then we are going to acknowledge it. Yes, that is true. I have done that. Then we are going to accept it. Acceptance is the point of your base point. If you don't accept things, and I mean not the overload of work, I meant that you have boundaries. You accept that you have boundaries.
Yeah.
You are a human being, and you have maybe a delicate system. Everybody's different, so you have to accept and acknowledge this
that
boundaries.
you're not up to this, or that it's too much for someone like you. Not the right job, too much work.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's acknowledgement and acceptance, and
Yeah.
then the coin can flip, and you can really change. So you need confrontation, you need insight, investigation, and acknowledgement and acceptance.
And again, if you're not willing to listen to the system that says enough is enough.
Yes.
For me, the example is I played records in discotheques and on parties and so on. And at the last few times I did that, the whole day my system was telling me, stop with this. It is too much, it is too much. But then I thought, well, but it's this money I can earn.
Yes.
And there are 1,000 people who start shouting your name. So vanity came in. But at a certain point, I couldn't. It was enough.
Yes.
And the system told me there's nobody in the outer world that's what I blamed the outer world. I said, why didn't someone tell me that they could see at me that it was not the right thing for me? But
well, then you have a choice. Okay, then you can acknowledge that it is too much for this moment in your development at this moment. That doesn't mean it would be also too much in 2 months. It is just telling you now it's
right
enough.
Now. Yeah.
So you can investigate why does my system react the way it reacted.
Yeah. So not immediately saying, well, this is the last time, I'm never going to do it again.
Well, sometimes you need such a decision.
But take your time, that's what you said.
And feel, if you make an appointment to do something, if you could do it now. Or what things do you need to do it, and that's okay for you.
But still, this personal thing, we haven't talked about ego. For me, ego is like that voice in my head who ignores the system, who is saying, stop doing this, it's wearing you out. But the ego says, well, your name is going to be on a poster, and people are going to love you after you played the records, and you get another booking, and
yes,
that's still, for me, the struggle inside between what the system is telling me, the body, and what the ego is telling me.
Well, acknowledge that you are 3 levels of yourself. So you have the pure consciousness, you have an essence, a blueprint, who maybe needs more time alone, who needs more rest. And there's a personal level who likes attention. Likes attention.
Wants to achieve things.
Yes, and that is also okay. Mm-hmm. That is also okay. It would be not okay if you just wanted the attention and ignored all the rest.
Yeah.
But if you acknowledge it and you make arrangements for it, it is okay. Yeah. You like the attention, it is okay. But if your system says, well, attention, that's nice, but the system doesn't like it, you have to acknowledge that you have to let go of the attention. And if you're looking from the point of view of oneness, and you don't make things personal, okay, I loved it, I liked it, but now it's over. And it doesn't matter, because that's not who I am. It was a nice period. Yeah. But I see a lot of people who are not spiritual paths, they say, I cannot comb my hair anymore and wear a nice dress, and because that's all vanity. We have to live sober and give away all the money because money is bad. Yeah. Yes.
That's not the case.
That's not needed.
Yeah.
It's just enjoy it while it lasts, but don't attach to it.
Yeah. Because now you're the popular singer or entertainer, or you're the big boss of the company, but next week
it could be all over. So enjoy it and see it as a temporal thing.
Yeah. That's a good advice. There's a teacher who recently passed away, Dr. Wayne Dyer.
Yes.
He says a lot of good things, but he once said, "You teach people how to treat you." Mm-hmm. How do I teach people how to treat me?
Yeah, well, actually...
or are you not... you're saying
that's a kind of indirect teaching, I think. Because it is... well, for example, take a dog.
Dog.
Yes, if you are not in the mood, the dog can play with you, play you out. Mm-hmm. He takes over control. Okay, so if you are really the boss and take charge, he's following. That's the way you teach the dog. I'm not saying now you must follow and now you can. You're not teaching them like we as human beings teach. We write on a board and we give. You have to learn that, and this is how it works. With your energy, you teach other people. So if your energy says, I'm not worth it, you can take me, you can make advantage of me. Yeah. You teach people that they can take advantage of you. Yeah. Yes, of course I will help. Because my mother said I have always to be friendly to other people. So you teach people, you also see that with children. Yeah. And more people, you have to go to them. He always helps. Yeah. So you teach us with your energy, they can always get something from you. Yeah. But the moment you send out, well, this is my daughter. I like you very much, but I also have our own life. Yeah. They know, okay, we can have a good time with that. But I cannot ask him. Now, of course, I don't ask him. No, he's no. Yeah.
But then people say to you, well, you have changed. You were always this friendly guy who I just had to call. And you came and cut the grass and did my dishes. And
yes. So be it. So the moment you feel emotional contraction, they say I've changed. That means they don't like me anymore.
Don't love me, yeah.
That is your problem.
Yeah.
They don't say if you are changed. What do they mean? If they don't like it, that's their problem. If you get an emotional contraction, it's yours. Mm-hmm. So you investigate. Yeah. So you are not 100% okay with you being changed.
Yeah.
So there's non-acceptance still about of who you are.
Yeah. Oprah Winfrey once talked about the disease to please.
Yes.
That was a wake-up call for me. I got the example from my mother. My mother is always taking care of everybody, forgetting about herself. So you think being a lovely guy or being some kind guy is always thinking about pleasing the other one.
Yes.
What's the problem with the disease to please?
Well, for example, there are a lot of things wrong with pleasing. Let me start with ignoring your own needs and your own boundaries. And it is in the first place, it's divided because you have to please another being above yourself.
Yeah.
So it's divided in its essence. Well,
is it wrong to help other people? No.
No, of course it's not wrong, but it is so dishonest. Pleasing has a
need. It has a
no.
need.
It has a mask over it. A lot of people who please and if you know the definition of pleasing, it is doing for something else because you want to be loved.
Yeah, you want something back.
So it's not genuine. You want something back.
Yeah.
So it's far more genuine and clear for someone else if you say no. And if you say yes and it doesn't feel good and you say no on the last moment and you know and the need for love, the disease please is suffering from the need of being loved or acknowledged or recognized by someone else. So why isn't it enough that you know that you are fine the way you are? Why isn't that enough? Apparently because you don't believe it's enough.
Yeah. You have to prove it that you're okay.
Yes, apparently you don't believe that you are okay as you are.
Yeah.
So you need someone else to say it.
Yeah.
And you ignore yourself even more by manipulating with pleasing.
Yeah.
So it would be more honest, and it's far more easy for someone else if they know I can ask him because he says no if it's not okay.
Yeah.
I don't have to feel if it's okay. It makes it complex.
Yeah.
Because he's always so nice, and that well, no one can be so generous always.
Yeah.
So I have to be very careful if I ask him something, because maybe he doesn't like it, but I don't know. He doesn't say it.
Yeah.
That's where all children are suffering from with our parents and our teachers. They feel if you're saying no, but they say yes, or the other way around.
So they think that's not good. That's corrupt.
And it makes so much confusion.
Yeah. For the children.
For the children.
Because they feel that this is not right.
No, and then we grow older and we still are pleasing and manipulated, and we are in the meantime we learned the game of manipulating.
Yeah.
So
but how
all
come,
grown-ups are manipulating each other.
Yeah, but how come we love this TV series House of Cards by I don't know if you know
Yes.
by a politician who is manipulating all the time to get to the biggest chair.
But do you like it? If I watch this series, I know there's a voice inside of me that likes to puzzle. He likes, my mind likes to figure out why he's doing that and why they don't say it. So you have to,
Yeah, it gives your mind something to do.
If they always said how it was, it's not nice to watch.
But still, when I watch that, I think, oh man, this is a master manipulator, this man.
Yes.
And
that's the most interesting roles in the series.
So there is something inside us that loves to manipulate things and try to force an outcome that feeds our needs.
No, I don't think they like to manipulate. As we watch House of Cards, we like to we like to, I speak for myself, it is nice to figure out the truth.
Yeah.
But if you are manipulated, I don't think it's because we like manipulating, but because we are in need. We think we are in need, and we don't know another way than manipulate.
Yeah. But still, in a lot of love relationships, manipulating is going on all the time.
Yes.
I know that you get very irritated when I don't clean out the garbage can, but yesterday you didn't wash my socks, so today I'm going to get back at you and not clean the garbage can.
Yes, that's how we divide it, yes. Yes, so I always say, keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. So if I'm irritated, if he didn't do the garbage, I have to look into myself. Why am I feeling irritated right now? Irritation, emotion irritation, it tells you that you are have trouble with centering your energy. It slips away. It slips away. So you can better look at how do I center my energy again, than act this emotion out on my partner. Yeah. And project it into the garbage instead of where it belongs, by gathering energy.
Yeah. So when do you know if a love relationship has come to the natural end?
To the natural end.
What are signs or?
Yes, the difficult thing in that is we feel attached to someone, and we have to let go of our dreams and hopes and images of the future, and that hurts. That always hurts. So sadness tells us we want to hold on to beliefs, but we have to let them go. That's why it hurts. We hold on to something, we have to let go. That's why it hurts. If the moment that your eyes are opening for that, what you thought you needed from this person and what you thought this person provided, if you see that in fact they don't really meet you in that need, that's the moment that you are, become awake for the truth.
Yeah.
Damn. Yes.
No, it's not going to work anymore.
No, she will never provide me in that what I thought I needed from her.
But then hope comes around, and hope tells me, it will be better when she gets a new job, because the job is irritating her, or it will be better when I get less work. Yes.
So just look at the present energy between you. And don't look further and don't look back. Just look at the energy and what you are giving each other at this moment. Maybe it's not inspiration anymore or feed, emotional feed. Maybe it is challenge. Maybe it is lessons. So you can just give yourself 100% to what life provides you. And if she provides you at this moment the challenge of letting go or letting free, or the challenge of feeling acknowledgement for yourself inside of you, then you face those lessons. And maybe you will change. Maybe your energy will change if you take that lesson, and maybe
things turn around.
Things turn around, maybe not. Yeah. But if you take this lesson, because this is what she provides at this moment, and you take the lesson, and after it is transformed, you can see more clearly if she still fits or not.
Yeah. That's often the case after the breakup. Very sad, and then about a year later, you think, what was I telling myself?
Yes.
Who was fooling who?
Yes.
Just not to feel the pain of leaving someone or getting left alone, or.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Relationships are often like you have this basket, and there's I don't know the English word, but there's something on top of it that keeps down all the old pain, emotions. And
Yeah.
I don't want to feel them. Don't leave me.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it helps if you know what emotions telling you. So sadness is you wanna hold something, you have to let go. Beliefs, hopes, expectations.
Yeah. And is a man or a woman made to live alone the rest of their life?
No, I think we are a group animal. But that doesn't mean that the relationships, the present relationship, the concept of relationship is healthy for us. The concept of relationship is about thinking the same about life,
Mm-hmm.
and building a life together. It is a bit material based. So if you look deeper and you see that you attract some kind of people as energies, you can see that this energy is combining and intertwining, and it's awakening something that you didn't know of yourself. Okay, so that is a commitment.
Mm-hmm.
That is coming together. But relationship is about physically living together,
Yeah.
about earning a life and pay for a house and
Yeah.
raise children. So,
Practical.
yes, so the concept relationship is very practical. So things are far more about connecting to people. And it doesn't have to be one. You know, we can connect with friends or family or animals, or
Yeah.
we can have all kinds of connections.
Yeah.
And they all provide something we need at this moment. And if you want to stay longer together, okay, you would step into a concept of relationship. But has to be that concept always in one house? Or can you live in two houses?
Yeah.
Does it fit better your needs at this moment? Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Or sleep in separate beds.
Yes.
Relationship.
That is very nice.
Yeah.
Because the intertwined energy always becomes a we energy. And it is so fulfilling to have your own space and your own energy. I love to sleep alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean that your relationship is about to...
Of course not.
No. That's what people think, oh, then the end. That's the beginning of the end, when you start sleeping alone.
No, of course not.
No.
No. It is actually far more a party if you look each other up.
Yeah.
If you, well, that's that's Dutch grammar.
No, I know
grammar,
what you
but
mean.
if you visit each other,
Yeah. If you then sleep together, it's
and
special
they say,
again.
"Oh, I want to be with
Yeah,
you."
yeah.
That is far more, better than
Yeah.
sleeping always together.
Yeah. So you talk a lot about relationships when you're talking to people. Is that the main thing that comes up, or?
I
Love?
talk a lot about relationship if people ask it, and people,
Yeah.
a lot of people are wrestling with relationship. Yes, but well, maybe 25% of the time I speak about relationships. Yes.
Is there more women or men at your talks?
Mostly women, but that's always in this area. But I think 25% are men.
And are they dragged along by their wife, or?
I don't think so, because
No.
when I look at them, they are with friends or or alone. No, I don't
Okay.
think they're dragged.
You brought a copy of your the
Oh, yes,
English
I
version
did.
of your book,
Yes, that's the English version of
Yeah.
Effortlessly Being Yourself.
and
It's a guide. This is meant for people who really identify themselves with stories. So it drags you out of your personal making mode
Mhm.
into the oneness mode. So this is the first phase of awakening. It's a step-by-step guide of dragging you out of this third zone into the oneness zone. And after that, it would be nice if you go back to life again. So this is very helpful for people who want to step out of the identifying. Yes.
Yeah. Awakening.
Effortlessly being yourself.
And awakening in a new consciousness perspective.
Yes.
Is the book available for people who are watching this in a foreign country to order, or?
Yes, you can order it on Amazon.
Amazon.com.
Yes, just.
UK. Yeah.
Yes.
And are there?
Canada.
Are there maybe practices inside the book you can do?
Yes, there are also practices. It has 4 parts. The relationship with yourself, the relationship with the other, the relationship with your physical body and the manifest, and the relationship with your service to the field of unity, so your purpose in life.
Mm-hmm.
And there are a few exercises to do in it, yes. And it's very simply written, so everybody understands it. And it has been a bestseller in the Netherlands.
Oh, great.
So people say to me, after reading 2/3 of the book, wow, life looks really different. Yes.
That's a good effect.
Yes, that's nice.
We have a couple more minutes. I want to ask you about this purpose thing.
Yes.
Can it be that I have more purposes in life, or is it just one purpose?
Yes, you can have more purposes if you define it as the definition of something we do in the physical life. So I have to become a school teacher, and you see that as a purpose. That is not what I meant with purpose. So that your purpose is expressing the energy that you are. So earlier we talked about a man who is a calm tree. Okay, he can manifest this purpose into being a school teacher, being a coach, being a father, being a friend. That can always be, all 4 of this manifestation can be a purpose. So the physical purpose depends on your development and your enthusiasm, what you like to do. It doesn't matter when you are knitting a sweater. If that's what you like to do most, I'm for sure, if you are a calm tree, if someone wears the sweater, he will be calm.
Yeah, the energy will get into the knitting.
Yes.
Yeah. So we bring our own kind of flavor into the things we manifest.
Yes, yes. So, and you are always looking for a form that is of service to your essential energy, not the other way around. So the form serves your energy.
Mm-hmm.
You are not serving the form.
Yeah. Oh, okay, so to translate that, the job I choose or the job I go to...
Yes, serves you as essence.
Yeah.
And you as essence do not serve the job.
Yeah.
You are more important, your energy is more important. Yeah. I can give a lecture, I can write a book, I can whatever. My energy, my awakening energy, that is what I provide.
What, for example, could you not do? What have you tried that you thought, oh no, that's not me?
Organize.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. And isn't there a voice in your head that says, Vera, you have to get better at organizing? Come on, let's do a 3-day course.
No, there's not a voice that says I have to be better with it. Sometimes there's a voice, I don't have money for an employee, so I have to do it myself. I don't like it. Would you like to do it for me? Because I hate it and I cannot do it. And I spill my energy by doing it. Because that's not my purpose. That's not who I am. I have to write books. I have to be creative.
Yeah. So maybe that's a good conclusion of this interview. When you hate things, or when you just don't feel like doing things again and again and again.
Yes, hating is resentment. Resentment says you have to acknowledge your borders.
Yeah.
It is not, you cross your own border.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then just be practical and say, I'm not good at filling in these tax papers.
Exactly.
Call someone who feels like doing this because that's his purpose or her purpose.
Yes, and if everybody would do what he loves to do most, there's a job for everyone.
Yeah.
So I once had a house cleaner in my house and she hated doing it. I could not watch it.
You feel it. Yeah.
Yes, and of course I immediately fired her.
Yeah.
She did the job very well, but she hated it.
Yeah. You feel that also in a restaurant when someone is waiting at your table or bringing the food with his mouth. Ooh.
Yes, of course. And the most beautiful thing would be if we would acknowledge every job with the same payment.
Yeah, yeah.
So a garbage man. A few days ago, the garbage man came through our house, and he loved his job, and it was such a nice meeting.
Yeah.
And I thought, wow, a garbage man who really loves his work.
Yeah.
It is possible, you know.
Then we say he's perfect at his place. It's the
Yes.
right place, the right time.
Yes.
Yeah. You
So
feel it.
he actually, I think he deserves the same amount of money as someone else. If he does his job with such much passion, so much, the same amount of effort.
Yeah. He brings love into what he's doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you taste it also
Yes.
when someone makes the dinner with love, or
And I think 80% of people don't like their jobs.
so that results in resentment.
A stress, a sickness, yes.
And also not good. And when you call a call center and you get someone on the phone who just does that for the money.
No, of course not. And he would not attract any customers also.
No.
So if you put someone on the place he belongs, you gain much more success in your company.
Yeah. But you could say that the world or the people around you signal back at you if you are still if you're at the right place.
Yes.
When you start getting arguments all the time with your colleagues.
No, the people don't mirror you. You see them through a certain glass. Mm-hmm. So if they look like this, it can be they're just thinking about something, and you interpret it as like, oh, they're disapproving my work. Yeah. So your glass is reflecting you.
Yeah. So only myself. I can tell myself if I'm at the right place at the right time with the work or the relationship or...
Yeah, through your emotions. Your emotions are telling you.
Yeah.
Yes.
So don't wait for your boss to come to you and say, well, Patrick, you've been here for 20 years. Are you still loving your job?
Yes.
You know, I can remember I had a job once. When I walked to the door, I said to myself in my head, here we go again.
Yes.
Well, that was a
good start.
Yeah, good stuff to know that maybe I should go to my boss and say, well, I've done this job for a lot of years, but...
Yes, but it's normal that it takes some time struggling, because our minds are programmed to manifest and to hold things. So you hold on to ideas. And that's the difficulty of our mind system. So if your energy system is saying you have to go that way, we need to let go of these beliefs. And that sometimes hurts and needs some process.
Yeah,
yes.
You just need to take some time.
Yes, process it.
Yeah. Okay, Vera, it was a nice talk. When people want to get out and reach you, the book, you can hold it up once again. You also have a Dutch website. Is there also an English there?
There's also an English website, verahelleman.com or .uk, co.uk. And that's an English website with English events and English, also an online course.
And you are open to visit other countries.
Yes, and I that's also nice to say. I've scheduled a widescreen gathering, so I'm on a widescreen. You can host a meeting, and even collect money for it if you like it. And you can put your webcam on your laptop, and you project me on the screen, and you can ask questions by talking into the webcam.
Okay.
So your face will be full screen if you talk. So it would be a very nice and interactive event, I think.
Yeah.
And worldwide access.
And when is that going to happen?
29th May.
Okay.
I think.
And maybe sometime after that when it was a success.
Course. Of course.
Thank you for coming here, Vera, and this nice talk. Thank you.
Thank you too.